So yeah, as you say, Cassia, fun is definitely essential to raise the vibration. It's the quickest thing that you can do, and it's something that I know is essential in everything. It has to be fun. Everything has to be
It
fun.
is, it has to be just laughing, but being with around people that you really can laugh,
Yeah.
like honest,
And
like we were talking so much about authentic and the right people around, and it's just so important. Like I refuse to be around people who pull me down,
energetically,
and
yeah.
I clear out so much already.
Yeah, no,
Like this is so important.
yeah, definitely.
And even my friend, she actually posted something about International Women's Day, and she tagged me on the Facebook, and I said, "My God!" Like 2 years ago, I think two
Mm,
years ago, I had this. Of course, I was in this project, and then she was on a different project, and I was like, in my mind was, I need to have will be motivate me in the same time giving me different energy.
mm,
And there was like, as soon as I was saying this, she phoned me and she said, we need to talk. And I said, it is happening. It took us long, but now it's different level,
yeah, yeah.
because we are so honest. Like she even said to her partner that I'm more important than he is, because she knows me longer.
Yeah,
Um, and this is like, you know, I even said, I think yesterday, that I said, finally, I have a sister that I never had. Even I have,
yeah.
physically, I have sister, but I never had it.
No, no.
So this, when you find somebody that you can count on and is honest,
It's brilliant.
this is like priceless. This
Yeah,
is the priceless. And then you connect with, because the energy is double,
yeah,
you pull around the right people.
exactly. And that's the thing, because I think it's like I often, like tonight I was thinking, gosh, it's so cold and it's windy out there, and I'm gonna go out, and is anybody gonna turn up? And do you know, every time I just think, oh, should I cancel? Or like never. I will always make
I
sure to
don't
say,
look at the weather anymore.
I think it was just that when you're hearing it in the caravan and you think,
I just
oh,
don't go out.
yeah. Well, you think,
Honestly.
I have to come
I
here to
I
get
know,
the
but
reaction to.
when you I just don't bother. Like yesterday I was feeling a little bit like, oh, it's warmer.
Mm,
And I was dressed a little bit like on the spring. And then when I was coming back and I was home maybe in 2 hours, I said, okay, it's a little bit colder, but it's fine.
yeah, it's been
Coming back
mine
to my
here.
own, coming back to my own place, and it's warm. It's fine.
Yeah,
And today, yes, it was raining, but I didn't look at the window. I just had to go out, came back, and it's fine.
yeah.
And last year and always the previous winter, and I was, oh my gosh, I'm tired. I don't have time to be tired,
No, which is
because
brilliant.
I have my own goals.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. And that's it. It's like when you anchor in to the goal, you surpass it, and it's true. I think that was the thing. I just thought, oh, and then I thought, doesn't matter. I'm doing it anyway. But it's nice to be able to sometimes just have that. Do you know what? Just allow it, because in a way, I think that's what ego does. Ego puts it in the place of, oh, it's this, it's that, it's the other, and then it's like, that's okay. Have your moment, because it's not going to last. And I think that's important to acknowledge sometimes, that it's okay to not want to do something, but just get on and do it anyway. Because
yeah, that's what I was doing last night. I was like, I'm tired. I need to prepare the meeting. And I said, oh, so I actually had to make myself a break. And then I said, okay, now I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Then I threw everything, prepare everything, and then woke up at 5 and just go for it. And that's it. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
There is no school anymore. You just need, has to be just responsibility. And because I don't do the job,
Yeah.
I cannot phone and say, I'm off sick, I'm not well. There is no excuse.
No.
Business, they cannot have any excuse.
Yeah, totally. No, I'm totally with you there. Totally with you there, Kasia. It's essential. So yeah, so I think what we're wanting to attract into this space here are people that are willing to take responsibility for their lives. There is nobody that's going to be chasing them and saying, look, you need to be on this call or you need to place it as a priority. No, for me, it's about people make time to be here for whatever reason. I know a lot of people say that they're busy, but this space is so valuable because, and I say it with a real love for humanity and for everybody who is watching this video. And the reason why I say that is because it's so easy for life to get in the way. And that's another part of what ego tries to do, is it tries to make things seem like, oh, I am too busy to turn up. This is smart working. When you network together and you're doing coaching, group coaching, you're smart networking. So you're actually lifting the load because you don't have to carry it all on your own. And that's what I'm seeing. And I know that every time I'm seeing that with people, the amount of people that I try and speak to throughout the week, and I just think I'm saddened that people are too busy to have conversation, because in a way it's too busy doing more, because it's like, who are you actually helping? Who are you actually serving when you're doing that? And I know it's perfectly okay to serve self and family, but it really is about, how are you serving globally? How are you serving your fellow human beings, your fellow, community? So essential. So as I'm talking, I'm trying to pull up on the screen and it's not coming up. So it doesn't really matter, because I think this is why my book, I don't know why it's, for some reason the document's frozen. But it's perfectly fine because I've actually wrote down, I've got my book that I've wrote down my stuff in it. So I wanted to do an infinity healing today to really tap into our divine feminine. And the reason for tapping into our divine feminine, because it really ties into this whole thing of how are we showing up? Because I think many, especially as women, we are working so hard that we don't take time to just pause. Many times we don't still take time to pause, that we don't know what it's like just to actually relax. And in a way, the intentions on a Friday evening is to help us to realign our soul, to realign us, our heart and our soul, back into alignment. Because when you are, and when we are aligned, things work like that. They just work so much quicker. So a lot of us are stuck in the density of busyness. And what we're trying to do is to align from doing to being, just being. And when you are being and you're together and you're raising, by being together, you raise a vibration that means manifestation just becomes a blink. And that's what we're doing. So as much as, and I know I can get stuck in this as well. I get stuck in, I've got to do, I want to see what, we all want to see what's going on. We want to see the numbers. We want to see faces. And it's kind of, don't underestimate what we're doing energetically. That's the key. If we can hold on to, it's the energetics that we're working with, then we will see manifestation, which we were talking about before. So in respect of International Women's Day, we're going to do an affirmation, some infinity healing, especially because it's important actually. So I'd like to invite you just to get relaxed and to take some feet on the floor. We're just going to align ourselves. Feel free to close your eyes. It feels so precious to do this. I'm going to be reading from my book today. So I felt that it was important to do a session tonight around divine feminine because we've got permission to. And I say divine feminine because divine feminine is not just a woman. Divine feminine is within man and woman. So woman gives the bit of a clue. So if the feet are on the ground, we're just going to open up with a bit of a prayer in terms of asking for guidance from our teams, from our angels, just connecting to our higher self. And just, being asking myself here to be a channel, a conduit, to channel this energy through. So we're just clearing ourselves in order for us to be that. So infinity healing is available to everybody. It's also accessible to anybody who uses this with pure heart intention. And that's the energy that we're wanting just to bring in. So we're asking our guides, our team, our spirits, our ancestors to be with us as we go through this journey and see what unfolds. So just take some breaths. We're going to get grounded and relaxed. So some 3 big, deep belly breaths to start off with. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And each time as we're breathing in, we're really wanting to connect to source, that source energy. So we're just picturing that beam of light from Father Sky, all the way up from Father Sky. It's coming down through our head, through our crown, illuminating white light, a big beam of light. It's going down through our third eye, our throat, our heart, our solar plexus, our sacral root chakra, and picturing that big beam of white light illuminating through our hips, our thighs, our knees, our calves and ankles, and straight down into Mother Earth, to the core of Mother Earth, through all the layers, right through down into the core, the crystalline core of Mother Earth, massive source of energy. We're just anchoring our energy into that space. You can feel that there's a lot of activity in the throat, so I know that this is an important activation to be sharing on this special day of International Women. So we're coming back up from the core, we're going to reach to our heart. So we're coming from the core of Mother Earth, we're bringing that energy, we're drawing all that source of energy up in order for it to surround us through our ankles, our calves, our knees, our thighs, our hips, through our root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus, up through to our heart, and then we're going to expand out into those different layers. So we go from our physical layer, our etheric, we're in our heart, we're expanding out. In fact, we're going to take a deep breath before we do that. To really draw up that energy, and as we breathe out, each time we're breathing out, we're going from our physical, our etheric, our mental, emotional, our spiritual layers, our energetic layers. We're sending out that beaming energy from the core into those layers, and then we're going out into the building, to the room that we're in. Each time we're breathing out, we're expanding to the town, into the city, into the country, out into the globe, into the world, to different dimensions, timelines, DNA, different generations all the way out into infinity. And we're now going to activate the infinity healing energetic template. And in a moment, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. And if you would like to receive the healing associated with each question, then simply saying yes will activate and clear the energy. So I'm verbally activating the template, activating the infinity template to anchor us. So would you like to receive an infinity healing to clear everything in the way of you receiving the maximum during this session of the divine feminine healing? If you would like to, then say yes. Yes. And would you like to receive an infinity healing to clear everything in the way of you releasing the maximum during this session? Say yes. Yes. And if there is any part of you that is interfering with, that doesn't understand, is sabotaging, or is afraid of what is available for you today, would you like to receive a process to move those parts of you aside, show them what is happening from the highest possible perspective, so that all aspects of you can be on board with you receiving and releasing the maximum throughout all levels of your being? If you would like to receive that, then say yes. So the purpose of us meeting this evening, the gift, was to really tap into the divine feminine. And the divine feminine is so essential to our evolution here on this earth. And when you think about all the ancestry that we're referring to, all the generations in our DNA, will be so many experiences of manipulation in terms of the power of our divine feminines. So much of our world has been dominated by masculine energy, which has caused a very dense energy, and the divine feminine energy is much lighter. And it's very much geared towards what we've been talking about this evening, where that real, true, authentic integration of divine feminine is what our world is crying out for. So if you would like to receive that infinity healing to release any dense energies that's stopping the truth of your being to come forth, to step up and say yes. Yes. And as I'm saying that, it's bringing me to thinking about the, just going to put you on mute if I can a bit, Kasia. Oh, there we go. It's really bringing me to thinking about all those times when us as women, and also as well in our lineage, and because we're going back to our ancestors, all those times when we felt that we had to juggle so many different things, that has made us now a nation of busy people, to the point where there's a question about what do we value and what's important to us. If you would like to release this feeling, this sensation of always having to be busy, because to be busy is to be doing, and that's the challenge. So to release the busyness and not to associate busyness with significance of importance that stops you from being. There's a lot of words in there and it's a powerful one. I'm going to break it down. If you would like to release the busyness that has you doing, that stops you from being, then say yes. Because it's in the being that we fully get to grasp what this world is about, what living is about, that by reaching a place of being is a form of graduation. So if you would like to receive an infinity healing to release that importance of doing and actually engaging in being, then say yes. Because when we're in our place of being, we tap into a source that is infinite. We tap into this source that our higher self, where our higher self resides, where our spirit guides and angels and God source universe, where they're able to help us. Because many of us have got stuck in this busyness, that it's become a burden. It's become as though it's our responsibility to do everything in that busyness. That busyness only leads to illness. It leads to too much stress on the body. So if you would like to release all that busyness from timelines gone by for the third time of saying, then say yes, because it is in the being that we start living, not just existing, but living. So if you want to make that transition from doing in terms of busyness to being in terms of living, then say yes. And I know that this audio is so important to many people. And I know that trust in yourself, in your higher self, to trust that your higher self is guiding you in order to be able to live comfortably in being. This is the first time ever in our universe, in terms of our history, that we are living life in this bridging, this transition into a new world. So the skills that we used to have, it makes sense, they no longer work. The skills that we used to apply for this doing and this busyness, they cause short lives. So if we had to look at who are we trying to reach, we're trying to reach all those people that are busy doing and busy thinking that they have to be part of a rat race, part of a speed of rushing to do things. We're moving away from that. We're moving into a space of being. So make no mistake that you're not listening to this audio by accident. This is about your wake up call to relax into being. So if you would like to receive an infinity healing, to work with the ego mind, because it's the ego mind that has us busy doing. If you would like to receive an infinity healing to release the ego mind from its duties of feeling like it always has to keep you busy, then it needs to have a break, then do say yes in order to release ego mind from its duties, from having you working as hard as you are. If you would like to receive an infinity healing to help you to remember the importance of breathing, the importance of sitting, the importance of placing your hand on your heart throughout the day, getting used to these different ways of being in order to help keep you balanced with your heart and soul. The mind will always help you to be busy, will always help you to in the doing. But in order to be, we have to start adopting different strategies. And one of those is about taking time to sit and to breathe and to really connect the core of your being, because it's in the core of your being where your helpers are, where your spirit guides, angels, your ancestors, they're all waiting to support you. If you would like to receive an infinity healing, to access those energies on a regular basis, every day, daily, several times a day, like a medicine, then simply say yes, and your ancestors will do what they will do in helping you to keep attuned to your higher self. And if you would like to receive infinity healing, to tap into that divine feminine, to really embrace that soft energy, that allows you to be gentle with yourself, to stop beating yourself up mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, to stop all that density that stops you from being gentle with yourself and just being softer. Our world's been so used to harshness. It's okay to be soft, it's okay to be kind, it's okay to be loving, it's okay to be gentle. If you'd like to receive, then say yes. And in honour of all the women, because obviously the divine feminine is for our masculine brothers and fathers and sons, because all of us have got divine masculine and divine feminine in us, and it's often divine feminine is associated with women, but it's all of us. So to integrate divine feminine into our lives is a huge task, and it is the women who can access it much easier through intuition. So to really tap into our intuition and to be able to know that we can hold space and have power, but also as well to be bold, to step up into our boldness with regards to our divine feminine. That we don't have to do, we can actually do things our own way, and we can do it in a much gentler way than what's been seen before. We have a blank canvas down to us to play with that blank canvas. So if you want to have that infinity healing, to release any blockages around trusting your abilities and trusting that higher self, hearing that higher self through your intuition, to release any blocks that are stopping your intuition from really shining through, then simply say yes. And when I think back, to hundreds of years of neglect, that takes a long time for those layers to heal. And so we're asking for an infinity healing to clear all those past memories, those dense energies, those unrevealed and unsaid energies around density of negativity on and harshness on the females from here to infinity. We ask that those healing energies are infused all the way through to cleanse all those memories, all those experiences that maybe didn't serve women over the last however many years on this earth. So, however they are affecting us, from our lineage, from our grandparents, from our great grandparents, from our different generations in DNA, we ask for a clearing of anything that no longer serves us to be cleansed from all the layers to infinity. If you'd like to receive that, then say yes. We'll just have some integration time to allow all those activations to weave the magic. we're just going to ask for the autopilot to be put in place for the energies that are running through us until we receive the maximum shift. So we're just asking for that autopilot to be put in place. If you want to receive that, then just say yes. And just to ground this activation, we're just going to pull back in from where our energies have been laid out, because we've done a lot of shifting there from, for many centuries. So we're just going to pull the energy in from the heart center. It's going to pull it in from infinity, from the galactics and different time dimensions, different timelines. Bring it in from the earth, from the world, the planet, in from the country, the city, the town that you're in, the building. From the spiritual level, back into your room, into the spiritual level, the mental, the emotional, the etheric, the physical. It's back in, pulling it back in. We're drawing up from above and below, from the core, Mother Earth. We're raising that light up our feet, our ankles, our calves, our knees, our thighs, our hips, our root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus, and down from our crown, our third eye, our throat, and we're anchoring into the heart, from below and above into the heart. And take a breath in. And as we take a breathe out, we're just taking the energy down into our feet, anchoring. So just thank God, Source Universe, our guides, our spirits, our teams, our angels, who've guided us through this healing. Just thank you for being with us and for sharing with us this healing activation. Thank you. Sorry, I had to mute you, Kasia. I wasn't sure if you was beginning to snore. That's a danger, isn't it? You know, just in case somebody drops off to sleep. How did you find that?
No, it was actually good. I was feeling like I cannot move. I was just grounded in this chair and yes, very thirsty as usual.
Yeah. It's been a thirsty night. I felt thirsty all night, so I knew this afternoon that there's some stuff. See, what happens with the healing is that as soon as you mention it, it's done in many ways. Whoever, it's already done. It's like we just underestimate the whole energetic thing. We just don't know enough about it. But so I knew that it was going to be really important, because I think the fact that the day that it is the international, so that momentum around the world that's taking place with regards to International Women, so just hooking into that, I could feel a lot of heat that was coming around here, and I felt the throat.
Yeah, I was feeling my throat as well.
I just thought, what's that? So yeah, it's all fantastic. So I'm going to upload this now. Thank you so much, Kasia. It's always great talking with you. But I know we're creating miracles in these sessions that will unfold in time. It's a matter of time. So it is great to be sharing this space with you. And let's see where we go. Another week. So I shall upload. Did you manage to find the other videos? Because I know you were struggling to get them.
Yes, I was watching.
Yeah, because they are based on what are they on? They're on what's it called? They're unlisted. So I'm never sure if it links on to the next one. So, but this one will just be one tonight. So, absolutely brilliant. So it's 2 weeks. 2 weeks today.
I know the time is running.
Oh, unbelievable. But it's going to be amazing. Absolutely amazing. But we won't have any expectations. It's going to be what it is, as you say. So take care. Have a good weekend.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.